Welcome to the somatic yoga practice to let go of, release anger from your body. We'll be doing some breath work, we'll be doing some somatic yoga poses, some flowing movements, and then be sure to stay at the end. We'll briefly do some chanting and visualization to leave you feeling calm and centered. If you have a mat, great. If you don't have one, no need. Just be on a firm surface. Plant your feet where it's comfortable. We call this mountain pose. Feel strong like a mountain. We are going to start with a breath work called Bellows Breath. This is a strong, activating breath. We're going to meet the anger where you are. So we're going to start right there. Have your hands up in sort of this W position. As we breathe in, we're going to reach our hands up and a little wide. And as you exhale, you'll draw your hands down into loose fists. So let me show you a few like this. It's a strong breath. That's the breath. It's going to be a little activating and stimulating, and that's meeting our anger where we are. So let's do about 10 rounds of breath. Pause anytime you need to. After we briefly pause, then we'll probably do another 10 rounds. Get ready. Remember, it's going to be inhale on the reach up, exhale into fist on the reach down. Okay, are you ready? That was 10. Take a moment to observe. You might feel some tingling, some other sensation in your body. Now you can do that faster, you can do that slower, so you do not have to match me exactly. Go at your own pace. We'll try one more round. Pause here if you've had enough of this breath. If you're ready to do one more round with me, again, let your breath out. And then slowly let your hands come down. Return to a natural breath. Again, there might be sensation through your body. We're not trying to wiggle away or get rid of it. Just allow it to be as it is. And then we are going to move into some movement in our body. We're basically going to shake it off. So we're going to start to discharge that anger a little bit. We'll be starting down at our feet. So we're going to shake out one foot. You can start with whatever foot you want. This isn't a balance exercise, so if you have to put the foot down anytime, that's fine. Give it a little shake. Maybe do some circles. You can move around the knee if you'd like. Really just trying to discharge, get all that out. And then we'll shift and do the other foot. And if you need more time on one foot than the other, of course, go ahead and take that. Again, some circles at the knees, some movement there. Okay, let's go into our hands. We can do both hands at the same time. We're not balancing. Shake out the wrists. You can move them back and forth like a pretend playing the piano, pretend chop onions. Perhaps it feels good to circle at the elbows a few times, moving in those joints. Some arm circles might feel good. They can be small, staying toward the shoulders, or they can be big. We're just trying to shake and release. No need to have this coordinated or have this look any particular way. Let's move around in the torso, a little bit of a hip shake back and forth. I'm going side to side. You might go front and back a little bit. And it doesn't have to be, again, whatever movement you like. And then we're going back down to the feet, a little bit of bouncing on our feet. So bouncing on the heels a few times. Now you can keep this really soft. You don't have to lift. You can just bend your knees up and down, or you can get a little bit more impact, tiny bit of impact here. All right, land back solidly on your feet. Feet can be wider if you like. Last bit is to twist around a few times. Again, feel that energy. Perhaps you can feel as if it's releasing out your fingertips, down your feet. And then start to slow this down. Coming back to center. Coming back to stillness. You can move your feet to wherever is comfortable, wherever you feel like you're in your solid mountain. Taking a moment here. Let yourself breathe naturally. We've met our activation and we've done a little discharge. Feel our own power now. Anger is a powerful emotion and it actually can be beneficial at times. So we're going to feel some of that strength. Take your feet a little wider apart, just a little wider than your hips. Toes can be turned out. Place your hands on your hips. Okay, this is our powerful pose. See if some of that can resonate with you. Can you feel a sense of power in this pose? You're kind of like your own superhero, right? I like to think of this as the Wonder Woman pose. Can you feel strong here? Feel your feet still planted. And then from here, we're going to take up even more space. Let our hands come wide. Adjust your feet as needed. This is called star pose. It's really just another version of our power, our strength. We're going wide here. And then from our wide star pose, we're going to be bending the knees and the arms at the same time, sinking down into what's called goddess pose. So it doesn't matter what gender, goddess pose is a strong, powerful pose for anyone. And then we're going to reach back up and back down to our powerful pose. We're going to do that one more time from powerful to star to goddess, and then we'll be doing a few breath movements or some breath work with our star and our goddess. All right, start in your powerful pose. Maybe even breathe into your upper chest, puff yourself out a little bit, and then reach out wide, find your star pose. Once again, bend the knees, bend the elbows, find your goddess, and then release. We'll do two different breath work exercises here. The first we've already done. We'll start in goddess, and then we'll reach our hands up and wide. We'll do that, let's say 5 times. So our bellows breath in goddess. And then we'll do a different version from star to goddess. So let's start down. Find your hands out wide. So hands are basically in the same position where we started the practice for our bellows breath. And remember, it's an inhale, reach out. Exhale, come in. Your legs are having to be powerful here too. Let's do that. Let's go for 10 rounds. Ready? Let your breath out. Release your arms, straighten your legs. You can bring them closer together if you'd like. Take a moment here. In these pauses, we observe. We notice sensations that are shifting or changing. That's part of our somatic awareness. All right, last round in goddess, we'll take our feet back out. This time we're going to start in our star pose. And as we come down to goddess, we're going to do something called lion's breath. Now, lion's breath looks very silly, but it can be very powerful. So as we sink down into goddess, we're going to stick our tongue out with our exhale. So this time we inhale starting here and exhaling there. Yes, absolutely. It looks silly. It looks even sillier if you do the full lion's breath and roll your eyes up as you breathe out. So I'll show you one and then we'll do 10, just like, well, no, let's do 5 of lion's breath. It's a little bit stronger and it can dry out the throat a little bit. So we'll do 5 rather than 10. Let me show you one first. So we're breathing in here and then a long exhale through the mouth as we stick the tongue out. All right, that's our lion's breath. Let's do 5 together like that. You can do 3, you can do more. The key here is we breathe in as we're up, and then as we come down, it's that long exhale. So let's try it together. Ready? Take a breath in, take in air. Exhale, lion's breath. Inhale up, wide and big. Puff your chest. Exhale. Inhale, take up space again. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale, feel your breath. Make your body big. Exhale. 1 more. Breathe in and then extended exhale as long as you can exhale. All right, go ahead and release. Step your feet in. All right, we've developed our power, our strength. We're feeling strong. We're going to do a little bit of a release with a forward fold. Forward folds tend to help us come into ourselves a little bit, and they can help us get a sense of releasing or letting go. So your choice for how wide your feet want to be, I'm going to take mine a little bit wider. It simply gives me more room to fold forward. Now, I'm going to start with my hands on my thighs. If you're not comfortable folding forward, you can have a desk or chair in front of you and fold right onto that. A countertop or even a wall for your hands is a great support for your forward fold. So you go down as much as you desire. I'm also going to soften my knees. We're not doing a hamstring stretch here. We're really trying to get this forward folding sensation, folding right from the hip crease here. So rest your hands either on your object in front of you or on your thighs. Slowly start to fold, keeping your head in line with your spine to start. Maybe go down about a third of the way. See how this is feeling. Do you want to have a little bit more of a knee bend here? And then you can choose to allow yourself to fold forward any amount. Perhaps you keep it, I'm going to take my feet just a little closer. Perhaps you keep it at about an L pose, like an upside down L. Hands provide support. Remember, this is a place where your arms can be in a countertop. You could also hold on to your elbows and let the weight of your arms start to take you down further. And here's where you might release your head, letting your chin come in toward your chest. If the floor is somewhere close to you, you're welcome to place your hands on the floor, on blocks, on cushions. Wherever you are, see if you can allow the sensation of the energy passing into the earth. You're releasing that excess energy, letting it pass through you, pass down. Take 2 or 3 more breaths here. Perhaps you can feel the movement of the breath in the ribs or the back body. Then when you're ready to come up, I'm going to come up the reverse way. So I'll start to walk my hands up my legs. Allow myself to slowly rise, maybe coming to that halfway point for a moment, breathing in there for a breath or two. And then stand up, find your ideal mountain pose. So we'll return to the breath. This is kind of our regrouping now that we've had a chance to release, develop strength. We're going to regroup with the breath. If you'd like, you can have a hand on your chest, a hand on your lower ribs, maybe both hands over the chest. Feel the in and out breath. And we're going to move toward an extended exhale. So we'll start with an inhale to the count of 4, exhale to the count of 4, an even inhale, exhale. Now, I'm not going to count for you because you decide the pace of the count. It might be a really quick inhale and exhale, something like 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, or it might be slow. In, 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4. No matter, simply let your breath fall into that own even rhythm in, even rhythm out. And then we'll build on to the extended exhale by simply adding a beat. So you start by breathing into 4 again, and then on your exhale, let that come to 5. Try that a few times. Into 4, exhale to 5. And if that's comfortable, next step would be an inhale to 4, exhale to 6, try inhale 4, exhale 7, and if it's still feeling comfortable, you can double the exhale. So inhale 4, exhale 8. Last round of extended exhale. Breathe in. And then release your hands. Now you can stop your practice here. Just check in for a minute and see how you feel. Or try one more thing with me, and that is our image of calm strength combined with our chant for calm strength. So I like to have my feet a little wider for this. Take a moment, palms up. This indicates openness and awareness to formulate your image of calm strength. It might be an image of yourself in one of those poses. It might be an image like a strong mountain. Perhaps it's an image like the moving sea. Whatever that is for you, take a moment to notice the details, eyes open or closed. Picture that image, hold that image in your palms. And we're going to chant. Our chant will be Maha-Ra. I offer some details of what that chant means in the comments. And as we chant Maha-Ra, we'll be drawing that image toward our hearts, hand to heart. And we'll do that 3 times. Right? Find your image, take that in your mind, as much detail as you see in that image. And then take a breath in to prepare to chant with me. Maha-Ra. Breathe in and out as you reset your hands. And then again, take a breath in. We'll chant on the exhale. Maha-Ra. One more time. Reach out your hands. Reset your breath. Hold your image. Breathe in to prepare. Maha-Ra. Notice your energy. Notice your breathing. Notice any other physical sensations in your body and allow it all to be just as it is. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. It really helps my channel if you both like, subscribe. That helps attract more viewers, and comments help as well. I respond to every single comment. Please tell me what you thought, what helped you feel the most calmed and the most centered in this practice.